You can get all of us up.
Yeah, you can. You can get all of us up. Oh, did I make it weird?
I don't know, but
get you up.
hey, you
Tickle something. I don't know. Takes a bit for get me up. There you go.
Let me behind the wall.
Tickle something.
Hey, where's purple guys at?
I just need you to heal me, not put your thumb in my ass.
This is how you heal someone. It's the new kind of medicine. There we go, Rick.
Oh man.
Here we go.
All right, guys, welcome back. Today we're gonna start on the engine for the Z. There it is right there. On the last episode, we did all the suspension, everything under the car pretty much, exhaust and all that, and we did the engine bay. As far as what the stuff that goes in here, and then we took the engine out, but we did not work on it. So today we're gonna be doing that. So I don't think this is gonna be a long episode, but it just depends on how long it takes to tear this thing down and what I can repair, what I can't repair on it. I remember this thing was annoying as hell to work on because you couldn't take certain things off because you need to take the oil pan off to release other stuff because of the way the dipstick is. And man, it was frustrating me so bad. The first time that I worked on the car, I didn't have the engine mount yet, so I had to do everything from the car, and it was just a pain in the ass to do. Normally you would flip the engine upside down. Ain't nobody got time for that. Just trying to take stuff apart. This is one of those engines that when I was taking it apart, I was just like, holy crap, this thing has so many pieces to it. We have to take these off first. See, and this one looks different than the other engine I remember doing on it. Because I want to say the other engine had two of these, one on each side. But I might be thinking of another engine altogether, because this is not the only engine that I believe has this. There we go. Right. And then the first time I worked on this engine, I found this part up here kind of weird. That the way it is, it looks like it's just plastic. Yeah, I was just kind of like, oh, that's plastic. Just really kind of threw me off. But it might not even be plastic. It might be something else. Might be aluminum. It's just paint like that. I have no idea. I've never worked on one of these cars in real life, so I have no idea. To me, it looks like plastic, but like I said, it could be something else. Yeah, the teardown for this engine is pretty intense. It's like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how these engines are in real life, but to me it feels like it was like over-engineered. But I don't know, because I don't know if they're like really good engines. So if it's a really good engine and it's built like that, then yeah, it's probably why it's a really good engine. But if the engine is fucking ass, and then it's complicated to build, it'll be like, oh, well, this car's getting an engine swap. Because I want to say that I believe this car and the Ultimas have the same engine, or the Maximus. have the same engine, or it might be all three. And the only difference on them was like the ECU or something like that. They would allow them to push out more power. Some shit like that, I want to say. I saw that somewhere, but I don't know if it was on older models and not on the newer models. I wish it would give you the option to just dip the whole fucking engine in WD-40. The headers. I thought I took them both off when I took off the one side, but clearly I did not. Okay. Let's turn this thing. Oh, so we're gonna jump. Alright, let's see how much of this we can repair. Although some of this is not even going to go back in the car. But I still want to see how much of it I could actually repair. Because if I ever get another car or something where I'm just going to do stock engine, it'll be good to have all these parts. So I think it was like 2 parts right there that I messed up on. So not bad. Apparently I have another engine in there. Or block, I should say. And that's going to get upgraded. And then all the pistons and... Alright. What is this? The steering pump? I think you can get that upgraded. Oh. I think the water pump is the one that doesn't let you it doesn't let you upgrade the water pump. So much easier when the bolts are not all rusted out. Okay. Yeah, and then the oil pan we can't put back on till we put some of those. Yeah, it's, oh my god. So let's go here. Let's erase this. And then that. This. Let's get this back up. Alright. I'm going to have to flip this over. Start putting stuff back on. So we're gonna get I believe that these performance ones. I think that's what I messed up. No, I didn't. But we're still gonna replace it anyways. Along with the headers. And then I think we could put the fuel filter back on. Yep. And then spark plugs. Okay, so how many does it show that I needed this? One. Do they not sell performance ones of those? Guess not. So if we have them, we're just gonna use them. Oh. Damn it, I removed the wrong thing. And did I not just buy spark plugs that I have them on there twice? Let me check. Yeah. I might have just bought them because I knew that I was going to need them or something. But I know I accidentally deleted something. Was it this that I deleted? Might have been. And then fuel rails. Okay, so I might say 2 of those, but get rid of that. So okay, so they don't. I guess those don't have a performance one, so just get 2 of them. And these, I don't believe they make performance ones out of these, but I'm not sure, so let's find out. Okay, so they don't make them, so now I just need to check if I actually fixed the ones that were. Nope, not that one. Not that one. Okay, so I need to buy them. And then I want to check to see if I have. Okay, if those are performance ones. Right. Nope. Those are only performance ones. I think these are busted up. Yeah. So let's go over here. I might have one. No. I was doing one on another car and I accidentally bought 2 and I thought I might still have it, but I either got rid of it or I sold it or installed it in another car. Alright, do I have these little things fixed or do I need to buy them all? Nope. So we're gonna need 8 of these. I don't know if you guys can see the slight drift to the left. It's very subtle, but considering that I have the dead zone as high as it goes, to try to avoid it from moving around, and yet it still moves. Like on this game, it's not that bad because of what you're doing, but playing like any kind of shooter, which is what I play the most, Rocket League, all that stuff, it sucks. Like in Rocket League, it sucks in you're trying to jump up to get a ball, or you're going for a hit on a ball, and you jump, and then the game just automatically does a roll to the left because the controller's moving that way. After those. And then here's the fun part. I think this is the part that I messed up, so I'm gonna need to buy. Yeah. And I know that there is no performance part for that. I don't believe there's a performance water pump. I want to say that I even mentioned that earlier, that there isn't actually a performance part. Let's get all these, because I know none of those have performance parts. So all that stuff right there should not be in here. So let's go. So water pump, no. Nope. Nope. Actually, I should check to see if the one that I have I fixed. Yep. That way I'm not buying extra stuff. These I think I'm gonna have to buy regardless, because I believe these are some of the pieces that you can't repair. Get the chains wrong. Not what I wanted to do. So many layers to this engine. See, and now we can put the oil pan on there, which is a funky looking oil pan, yes. Alright. Let's do that. Oil filter. Do all of these. I have to buy some more of those pretty soon, looks like. Oh, it's not repeat yet. Is that it? I haven't worked on this engine enough to kind of know it. So I think that is actually it. Okay. Well, let's pull it off this thing. Let's go slap it back in the car. Get rid of that. And then now, before I forget, do all these. I always overfill them. I know there's a little fill line on most of these shits, but I always overfill them because I'm like, it's a fucking game, who cares? And even then, even in my cart, I go a little bit above max, because sometimes when you turn on the car, depending what fluid it is, it'll go down. That one it has stuff in it. And then this one, I had never noticed it on none of the games till this one, and I didn't even notice it. So, Food Tech told me about it. I was like, man, I always just have to fill it till it does that right there. It overflows, because I don't ever know how much oil is in it. And he's all like, well, if you use the dipstick, it tells you. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, check the dipstick. I was like, wait, they don't tell me that that's part of the game. Like, you could check the dipstick to see where you're at in oil. He goes, yeah, man, just check the dipstick. And I did it. And I was like, holy shit. So then I went back to the 2018 one, and for sure it's in there. And then on the PC, I don't have the 2015 installed. I would have to install it. And I was like, I don't know if I want to take the time to install it just to see if that's one of the things. But I thought it was pretty funny. Alright, so parts 97. 97 on what? Why are you 97? Oh, you know what? It's gonna be because of the drive shaft and those pipes right there they should be connected, but I didn't put them because otherwise it won't let me pull the transmission and all this. So let me do that. And then like the starter and all that stuff is not on. So we're gonna go buy customizable one because, like I said, I do want to see how fast the top end I can make on this. Or not how fast the top end, but the miles per hour or whatever. I want to do a miles per hour run on this, see how high I can get it. Damn that camera. Okay. And then, did I put the starter on? I don't think I did. It's on this side? Yeah. Alright, and that should say 100 now. 100, 100, 100, 100. Okay. And then, let's lower this. And then we are going to take it to align it. And then the headlights. Oh, actually, this one was already done. It's like inverted, and I fucking can't stand that shit. When I'm not trying to do it fast, it's so easy, but when I'm trying to do it like in a hurry, I always mess that up. Dyno. Yep. Alright, stock horsepower 314, stock torque 285. Like I said, I've seen some videos on this and the gain is not impressive, so let's see. Let's see if maybe they didn't do everything to them. Nope, that's about what I saw. I want to say that a guy 3-starred all the parts that you could do performance on just to get more power out of them. And he got his to be just shy of 600. And that was 3-starring pretty much the whole engine. I'm not doing that. Especially for a car that I might even sell. So, now let's go over here. This, from what I've, been doing or whatever, I've noticed that, if you put put it at 3, for the most part, that's a solid place to start. And then I also noticed that when you go to the speed track, if you don't put the first gear really high on miles per hour, and I mean high, like you could put it up to 100 and then turn it down slowly, the car will take off, just burning rubber, and then it'll jerk the car really hard to the left or to the right. So what I do is I start increase everything by 25. I put the first gear at 100, and then it might go up or down depending on that. And then I make these all be 25 miles per hour faster than the previous one. And then I just add gears to it. And then that kind of allows the car to, once your speed is above, like let's say 180, the car really needs a lot of power to get you going. But if you do it this way, because the gears are so short and you're always staying in that little bit of power in your RPM, like the whole time, you could actually speed up the car to go through that a lot faster. So let's do it like that, because that's pretty much what it was saying that it can do. But the way that it is like this, it should be able to get through those gears a lot faster. So let's see. And then I always move the camera like this so I could see the back. And I like to put it right at the edge where it starts to turn, be dirt or whatever. And then there's two ways of launching the car. You could e-brake it and rev it out and then just hit it. Or you could do it from a dead stop. Depending which one responds better is what you tune off of. Because some cars do not like to just go from a dead stop. And other cars love that shit. And it goes the same way with not every car likes to go when you're bouncing the needle off the red line. And some cars love it. So we're going to try both and see which one is better. So this car, for one, didn't even get to 250. So why I was saying that it would go 270 something, it was ridiculous. So now that we know that, I did like the way it launched though. So it takes up with a little bit of, spins tires just a little bit, and then it stops and it just starts to pull. So I do like the way that it took off, and that's why I was saying like that's kind of the sweet spot for just about every car. Is this two right here, this 1-2 combo, 3 and 100, and then you tune off of that. So all these I could pretty much leave the same, but it goes up to 250, which would mean you would only need the 6 gears. So I could actually do that. Put this at 245. That should still let me go to 250. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually make these gears a little longer, kind of like that, and that should help it get up to that speed a little bit better. Now you can make the gears even shorter and use all, I think it allows you to put up to 9 gears, so you can do that. The problem is when you do that, because the cars are manual and they have to shift, when you do that, sometimes you end up actually making the car slower because there's more pauses in between the shifting. So if you do 6 gears, you'll have 5 of those pauses, right? Where the car's pretty much not moving, it's just gliding because you're going from, let's say, first and then into neutral and then second. So that little neutral piece, you're not getting any power out of it. So if you put a lot of those in there, you'll actually hurt the car. But if you just make the gears a little longer and take out some of those gears, you'll actually make the car faster. So you just kind of have to play with it. Let's see if we can get the same launch, because sometimes the cars give me one good launch and then they won't launch the same again. What was it, like 224 on the other one? Let's make that last gear even smaller. We're probably gonna do 225 on it. It should still go over by like 5 or 6 miles. So leave that like that. Bring this down like that. All right, and then whatever we get here, that's what the car is going to be locked in. I'm not going to mess with it anymore. Just because it just doesn't have the power to get it to go much faster. So we're gonna have to go back, put it up to, I'm gonna say 35 and then leave it. I'm not even gonna test it anymore. I know that should be good enough to get it to hit 225 again. But yeah, the car just doesn't have enough power. So we're gonna leave it like that. And that's gonna be it's gonna be it for the car. That's the build. Wash it up, put it in the front. Wait for the water to go away. There it is. And that's gonna be the build, guys. Let me know what you think. And then we'll start looking for the next car that I'm gonna build, or maybe take like a request from like a client or something. But yeah, guys, that is the end of this one. Thank you for joining me. And I'll see you on the next one.